How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Battlefield 4 showing here at E3 2013. I'm Alex Mendez, more commonly known as Golden Boy FTW, joined by Corey Dunn. And before we get into anything, I just want to say something. I had an error. Level Cap, who was here with us just a little while ago, if you guys have not had a chance to check out his YouTube channel, it is youtube.com/levelcapgaming.
Level Cap Gaming.
Level Cap Gaming, yes. So I kind of had a derp moment there, but I'm tired. So Charlie made sure to remind me of that. He was like, "It's Level Cap Gaming." I was like, "Well, you know what, buddy? I got you in the next round."
I got you, bro.
I got you, buddy. So yeah, I saw you playing, huh?
Oh yeah, bro.
Like
every time. So just for you guys that want to know, every time we take a break, I'm always playing. There's always I don't know. I find a spot to sit there, and I'm like, hey man,
he punches him. He's like, "Get out of here! I'm gonna play."
Bro, you want me to play for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
no,
he goes up to
that really is not how it goes down.
he goes, well, if you want me to play for you, just let me know, and I will gladly hop in. Right? Does he do it?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do there, Alex.
now you're mocking me. All right, you know what? It's whatever. I see where we stand as friends, and
we're enemies.
We're frenemies.
That's exactly where I was going.
Oh, high five for the frenemy. Anyway,
that's terrible.
Oh man, we are ridiculous. So, how are you doing?
No. All right, so really, no, I was playing, and one of the things that I would say is probably one of the better, for me, the weapon I was using was the AK-5C. Yeah. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. It
is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's one of the weapons that's available across all classes, whether it's recon, assault, engineer. You know the whole list. So it's available for any of those. With that being said, you can have, if you want to go recon, you can have your C4 with you. If you want to go assault, you can have your med packs with you. You want to go support, you can have more ammo. So honestly, what I should have done, now that I think about it, I should have been a support, because I would have been unloading on people, and then I wouldn't have to worry about reloading and then coming back.
Were you playing assault?
Of course, I was playing assault. That's very typical. I know everyone plays assault, but no, it's been great because with the AK-5C, there's 3 different variations in firing mode. There's different firing modes. There's the burst fire, there's the single shot, and also the fully automatic. And with that, it gives you the accessibility to pop shots long range, and I was doing that from across the bridge. You see some players across the map compensating for the drag. Yeah. Then also utilizing the burst fire. That was a great nice little tidbit from people that were in kind of medium range. And of course the close combat, I was able to take them out with fully automatic, and that was a great weapon to use. Just to kind of get specific about one specific weapon, that would be it.
Yeah, I certainly want to, since I've been here commentating a lot, I haven't had many opportunities to play today.
Right, I've just been playing. I haven't done a single bit of shoutcasting at all. You haven't done
nothing, Corey. Nothing at all. No,
I've just been playing.
You've just been playing all day. Yeah, but I'm going to probably dive in and see how gun feels. So you know what? After I'm done with this session, if we have like another interview lined up, I'll go and play, and I'll see, if I can get a specific gun. If you guys hit me up on Twitter, I'll get a specific gun and test it out and let you guys know what I think.
No, so we've been talking about it over and over again. Levolution, one of the things, so I was over in Metro. We don't have to go over there. I was over in Metro, over by the B flag, and whenever I was down there in the basement or down in the subway area, or what would be the Metro. I was down by a storefront, and I closed the gate on a player. He was rushing at me. I saw him coming down the stairs. He was chasing after me. I go, just push the button, it closes, and he, of course, at that point, you wonder, well, where is he going to come from? Because this is a new map to me. This is my first time playing, and luckily, I've been playing quite a bit now. I closed the gate, wrapped around. He was trying to push all buttons on the gate, all he could, and I just go, bap, bap, bap.
Take care of us. I wouldn't expect any less from you, Corey.
Oh, I love playing the mind games, especially this brings a whole new element to it. Of course, I'm happy that no one got the chance to spectate me while I was flying the helicopter. Friends of mine know that I am the worst possible pilot out there. Gunner, though, I picked up 10 kills whenever I went on one gun run. He actually did a pretty good job piloting for me.
Yeah.
But really, I'm a terrible pilot whenever it comes to terms of helicopter.
I
flip helicopters like upside down, and I think that they work as like hovercrafts. over the sea.
Yeah.
And it turns out that's not how they work.
We do a disservice. Oh, by the way, this tank he has a lot of players in front of him and could very well wipe out this entire group. But there's that tank there that is going to stop this run from happening. That is Alpha 21, who's going to have to drop back a little bit here, going up against a tank 1v1 fight. We can see from this perspective as the machine gun's trying to tear through the armor of that tank. The tank now, actually, the Alpha tank is going to push up on the Bravo tank, which is quite surprising here, but Bravo tank with the win.
One of the things, too, to note, again, I've tried to mention it time and time again, whenever you're playing Battlefield, take advantage of the spotting ability. So that's what I was doing over and over again. I was spotting players as I seen them. There's two different elements that come into play. One, you get points for it. Two, if you'll get even more points whenever they take out that player. Just so you get the spotting assist. And then three, it puts an icon above their head for just long enough so you can understand exactly where they're at. So you can just kind of take advantage of it. You know how far above that icon is above their head, and so you can kind of compensate for that. And so that's some of the little tactics that I was taking whenever I was playing earlier. Yeah,
for sure. You know, a lot of players who play Battlefield, they are very accustomed to scouting. It is something that I do a lot as well, even when I play on console. It was a little difficult on console because I believe spotting was with the back button when I played on Xbox.
Right.
So it's a little difficult, but still, nonetheless, I mean, very effective. Especially when I was playing a lot of Squad Rush, I would always spot because Squad Rush, smaller map, much easier to spot and identify. So I really like that aspect of Battlefield. One of my favorite implementations.
I also had the advantage to really test what I had been talking with Alex about on two different terms, one of which being the squad. I really focused on my squad team play, and I watched that field upgrade grow, and it really does make a difference. I mean, honestly, and even my teammates were spawning off of me. It was just a full squad effort. It was great.
So
the other aspect,
tell me a little bit about that, because I actually did not get the chance to listen into it.
So for those of you that are just now tuning in, of course, a lot of viewers here tune in and out, back and forth. Is the fact that the way that the field upgrade, I called it the Pro Bar. That's the inside, brother. That's what all the DICE employees call it. They call it the Pro Bar, but don't tell anybody that I told you that.
Okay.
It's actually called the field upgrade.
Okay.
So the field upgrade right now, currently in the pre-alpha Battlefield 4, there's only two options right now. Of course, there's going to be other presets. You're not going to have the ability to select what type of tree you want. These are all going to be set, presets involved. Of course, you can make some request of what you want those presets to be, but for the most part, they're pretty designated right now.
Okay.
So you've got 4 different levels within these field upgrades. And whenever you're working with your squadron, anything that involves your teammates being your squad, will be an attribute there to each one of those levels. And so as you progress, if you pick up a new level and you continue along, and one of your teams your squadron gets eliminated, all of your players are taken out, it goes down to the previous level.
Really?
So you don't lose everything. So if, say, you have all 4 levels covered and your entire squad gets taken out, you only go down to level 4. You don't get completely swept there. Of course, you get swept again and again and again. It will go back down. So it just really does help with some of the fundamentals of being a team player.
Yeah, and that is what Battlefield is all about: being a team player, working together. That is an element that a lot of players here I've been seeing today have been implementing, which has been quite surprising. These are all random people that are here at E3.
It's insane.
Yeah, and they really are coordinated. A lot of them are pushing together, kind of rallying the troops together. I've seen some great commander play from a lot of guys, just kind of like directing the flow of traffic and all that. It's been really cool stuff.
What's really cool too is you just mentioned the commander mode. You can actually ask for a request, and so that was one of the things that I did whenever I was within my squad. I sit there and came in and said, okay, I need an order. I need something. Tell me something.
Yeah.
And so that way I had to sit there and have a plan of attack from that point. So it's just another great just the little bitty minute details that can be game changing.
That is right, guys. And, of course, there's more stuff that you want us to talk about. Please feel free to get on the social networks. We've been plugging them all day, and that's not going to change because we want to hear from you guys. Reddit Battlefield, Facebook.com/Battlefield. Twitter is also @Battlefield. And let us know anything that you actually want us to cover.
Use the hashtag BF4 as well. So that way it's another easy way to find exactly all the comments that are out there. Facebook.com youtube.com/battlefield is a great place not only to post your own thoughts, but also, of course, to get connected with all the new videos that are coming out, some of the new videos that are coming out, even getting the chance to, if you post your, oh, look at that tank pushing through that vehicle. And also one of the cool things is you get to see some that vehicle's having a tough time.
Yeah, man.
Good thing nobody's inside it.
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy.
But what I was talking about on the Facebook side, and I was never requested to say anything like this. This is my honest opinion. It's great because you get the chance to see some of the desktops, some of the setups that people have in Battlefield. They're ridiculous. It's ridiculous on what these players do. These gamers, they have such an intricate setup to having 4 different screens, whether that's even having their PC inside of their desk, talking about it's built into the desk.
Wow.
There's also some of the setups that they have just, multiple screens, including even a projector that's over the top, and they're just all out. They may have 4 or 5 screens. That was impressive.
Yeah.
Wall bouncing.
Can't believe that helicopter didn't explode. But yeah, that is certainly some really cool stuff. And, I mean, the Battlefield community really has been amazing all week long. And definitely moving forward, I'm looking forward to certainly getting involved and giving my thoughts and opinions on things in regards to Battlefield. I really do enjoy everything that had happened this weekend. It truly has been an amazing experience.
No, I agree with you 110%. It has been a phenomenal time. The DICE crew has been great, answering all of our questions.
I just love good video games, and this is a good video game. You know what I mean? There's no, I'm sorry, it doesn't, it's not, again, like Corey was saying, we're not being brought on here to just praise. This is just honest opinion. This game is fun.
It's intense.
Really is fun. It's an intense, fun experience that when you guys get your hands on it, you're really going to dig it. So that is the honest truth coming from me.
Yeah, especially, with the usage of Twitch.tv, we're going to see some online matches that are going to be happening, some 12v12s.
Yep.
That's going to be a great experience. We're going to get to see some high-level play. And so not only do you have to sit there and watch out for YouTube videos, that these guys take so much time right now to having to video edit, taking any type of fraps videos from other players to sit there and put together a seamless video. There are all these different things that these tasks that they have to go through to make some of these things happen. Now it's so much easier. They're working for the community, making things happen, especially with the spectator mode. That was pretty epic right there with just scanning one, pulling back, and the helicopter flying by. It always seems like we're watching some type of movie.
There's always something going on, man. Always something. That tank, by the way, that was at the bottom, that guy was getting ravaged.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard actually, no, stay here for a little bit. Stay here.
See the tank.
Watch this tank battle going on right now.
Helicopters whizzing on by. I wonder who's going to win. They're kind of just like running around each other, trying to hug.
Well, that gunner wanted no part of it. He actually jumped outside of it. He tried to be able to pick him off with the RPG. It was low on health, but so is that tank. And he's trying to utilize that puff of smoke. He might be able to take him out with his RPG here in just a second. He's reloading. That tank is trying to chase after one member. He's distracted as he gets another shot down range, chasing after him. He finally goes down. Both of them go down. So somehow, some way, they both stay alive.
Wow, I can't even believe that the tank managed to live. And look, it's still taking the hits. Still taking the hits.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, it took like 50 tries, but that tank finally taken out there. That was really, really cool. So, yeah, let's go ahead and bring up tabletop here, see what's going on with the game as a whole, who's winning, who's losing. Here we go. So the U.S. forces are currently winning right now, 568 to 471. You can see a Tomahawk now coming in through to C. Pretty even spread here in the matchup. No one's captured E. E is open.
It's been open this long?
Yeah, everyone's been fighting.
I take that back. I just had I just blinked out for a moment. No, it probably just got neutralized, and both the players got taken out, or one of the players said, "All right, I killed the guy that was over there trying to cap the flag. I'll just let it be."
Yeah, they're going to end up getting it anyway as soon as the players come off the spawn there. But a lot of activity going down inside of the inside of B, as a matter of fact. But let's follow some helicopter gameplay here. We have. The helicopter. Never mind, he's dead.
Yeah. And he's down. It must have been me flying that one for a moment.
Yeah, right. It's like you manifested yourself through the helicopter.
It was a doppelganger. We're both terrible pilots.
Well, let's actually see some AC 130 or gunship gameplay here. Here we go. Nice. So yes, it's the AC one. Me and Level Cap were actually talking. We were like, he was like, it's an AC-170, and you know, he almost had me there for a moment. It's AC-130 gunship, as you see it there on your screen.
It's what it states right now.
That's what it is right now, the second. But
yeah, I mean, there's still some naming stuff that's going on, just different icons. And still, I mean, we're in pre-alpha right now, so there's a lot of different things that we can see. You see a lot of people who are doing some base jumping. They're jumping off of the top of the skyscraper to be able to land up on top of D. I mean, we're already starting to see some trends happen now, and it took 3 days of excessive gameplay to finally start to see a little bit of trends happening right now. Yeah. And those trends will change because once the skyscraper falls, you won't be able to jump off the skyscraper. Yeah,
you're right. There are different elevators actually that play. We only saw like 1 or 2 times where players actually able to access an elevator, another building, access the roof. But it wasn't the skyscraper. So there are other elements in this map, and that's the thing. People are discovering new things all the time.
So one of the things you might be noticing, though, for those of you that haven't been watching all week long here at E3, is you're probably wondering, why is he not shooting at the orange players right now? Currently, we're following the Chinese currently, and they are orange. They're, oh, goodness. Wall plant.
Was that what happened?
Unless we switch players, that's a possibility. Yes, no, he definitely went down.
He definitely went down. So a face plant there would certainly end you if you're not careful.
Very cartoonish.
Yeah.
Wile E. Coyote action.
So see, it's still up here on top of the skyscraper, and it is certainly been a point of interest for the Bravo team as they currently have control of it. But, you know, and you actually see here that a couple of the U.S. players, the Alpha team, trying to struggle their way up through the elevators, but Bravo doing a fantastic job of holding down this position. Currently, the score is almost close to being tied, as the Chinese forces are actually going to end up getting all of the hills here in just a little bit, and if the U.S. are not careful, they could be losing really fast.
Alex, I can't wait until we get the chance to really get our hands on once this game is released October 29th. If you haven't yet, pre-order it on Amazon.com. You even get the battle pack as well. It's just such a great thing because we will have the chance to really do some shoutcasting for some top-notch players that are out there in the competitive scene. Do some 12v12s, what have you, and the fact that we have the spectator mode, and even whenever off the release, it's going to be unreal. Everything that we see today covers the basics plus 100 times more than that. We get so much information. It's just key, and I had the chance to talk with Daniel. I think today was really good while discussing with Daniel. If you haven't had a chance, we'll have a rebroadcast of this, but you'll also be able to see some video clips as well. Definitely go back, scrub back to whenever we were talking with Daniel earlier today. It just, we dissected every bit. We were talking about having the ability to toggle on from the player's perspective, very similar to what you see in some other games, some RTSs that are out there. You can see the entire field of view. You should see every aspect of the game, but then you also get what the sight is for just that individual player. So I think those are 2 elements. Having the ability to toggle on and off would be great as well. And again, every time that we were mentioning different points, Daniel was very, very open-minded to that. He's like, that's actually, we could probably do that too. And it's just how much DICE takes their time to listen to it, figure out whether or not it's a viable option, and then implement it. Yeah. And the way that they implement it, they make sure that it's still balanced. And you know, for a spectator mode, you just want as much information as possible. But whenever we're talking about strictly gameplay, they want to make sure that things are not overpowered, that there's proper... Oh, wow. Rockets coming through for both of those 2 players with the RPGs. And right there you can see, looks like that infantry doesn't realize that there's a tank on his backside.
Yeah, that's usually not a good thing. You know, usually you'll lose that battle.
Usually you'll lose that battle. I really like the way that the geography of this map, because you can see this tank is at a perfect level for where this is at. So the base, the body of the tank is kind of hidden by the staircase because it's down a little bit lower, and they can kind of just turret around and shoot right there over there towards that E flag. But of course, looks like he's going to get taken out there at that last bit.
Yeah, Bravo trying to fight for their home flag there and not able to have any success. You can see actually one of the trucks there moving in as our free cam is going to make our way over to the E flag. By the way, the angling is amazing. Oh my God.
Oh, you see, look at that tomahawk as it passes on by.
That's crazy. That is just crazy.
And there's another, see that tomahawk right there? That is flying by, going over the top, and boom, up on top of the skyscraper, takes out one.
That's crazy. That was a good camera angle. I won't even lie. That was really kudos. That was a clap for me. Yeah, so, you know, in looking at some of the action here today and the questions that we have gotten answered from the, for the community, we certainly hope that we have provided enough content for you guys throughout these, throughout the 3 days here at E3, so that this way, you can go on Reddit, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you choose to talk with friends about how awesome this game is, and we hope that we helped out in that by any means.
Just look at just the reflection off the building, seeing all the other buildings. Also, I've been watching TV this entire time.
Yeah, it's.
I've gotten lost a little bit. You kind of get that news television because there's an all-out war going on right now.
Yeah.
And so it's just.
I mean, it'd be cool if they had cartoons, though. I really don't like.
Well,
news.
no, we get the down over there on the bottom left on that billboard. We get a cat that walks across the screen.
All right,
we also
get
we get a monkey that's talking.
Monkeys.
Yeah, there's a monkey on there.
I love monkeys. Monkeys are awesome. One day I will own one. So
one day,
one desire. So yeah, and the skyscraper not in a position to collapse right now, but every time I see that skyscraper come down, it really is a cool thing to see. We every game, Level Cap and I were
such a beautiful game.
Yeah, but Level Cap and I were actually joking about it because it was like every game the skyscraper comes out, every game they make it happen. And oh, there it is. There's the skyscraper. It just kind of like always catches me off guard every single time. I mean, you see that puff of smoke happen, you hear the alarm go off, you see it tilt, and it's just something about seeing a building of this size like tilt over, and look at that. That is just some crazy stuff.
This is just something that you would expect in a single player, in a campaign mode. I mean, it's something that you're just like, oh man, that's just such a great moment. These are like elements in campaigns, and then you see a helicopter fly off the wall.
That bounced off the Oh, so it was like, we're just gonna. That would have been awesome if the helicopter didn't bounce, though. I would have been like I just would have loved that. That was my.
It would have been funny as if the helicopter actually crashed into the building on the right side. The skyscraper falls, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, right. That would be really funny. I would actually like to see the oh, look at that helicopter end up.
Yeah, he's not gonna last too long.
Yeah. Oh, the 7-1 Abrams ended up winning this gunfight. That was going to be Alpha 16 there. He's going to be 3-5 right now, a .6 KD, has the IR Smoke Coaxial LMG, as well as
barely missing
12 millimeter, 120 millimeter AP shell. But look at this here; he can actually see he's gonna take this one down.
Even though he's got rolling on 3 tires, one of his tires was busted out, and the reason why it was busted out was not because it got shot out, but because it was currently disabled at that point. So it's kind of an animation that happens. It slows down your vehicle. You can barely go, especially for a fast-paced vehicle. It's almost a sitting duck at that point, but there's always chances where you can hop out as an engineer and repair that vehicle and be able to hightail it out of there.
Yep, and we're on board with Alpha 08 right now, who is, or Alpha 05, I'm sorry, who is on the prowl and trying to take out, is this 05 or 08? I don't even know. I'm blind.
It's a player that's playing for
one of the Alpha players that is making his way over here, and there is going to be a player behind him, though, as you can see at the bottom left of the minimap, but they are going to have to focus their attention and hold down C. This is going to be the spot that they need. Granted, you don't necessarily, the C isn't going to be the most useful thing since that gunship is kind of going to be negated by the smoke that is in the air, but still you want to maintain the position and hold it down.
If he hits this shot,
nope.
Wow, he's way off.
That was not a close one. That was pretty far.
So one of the things that have been mentioned as well is how long you can sprint for. I know you had the chance to be able to talk to Patrick Bach. Yep. I actually saw him playing over there. He was pretty good. So you had the chance to be able to talk there with Patrick a little bit, and we asked him the question about sprinting.
Yeah.
And you can't, it's not unlimited, but you have the ability to run for long durations. The reason why you may think it may be unlimited is because you really don't have, what's great about this map, in particular, Siege of Shanghai, is that you really just get to point A to point B pretty quickly.
Yeah.
There's not point C, you're not running from point A to point C. You're always running from one point that's closest to the other. And so you really don't get the chance to see the limitations of how far you can run for. Of course, this is just one of possible many maps.
Yeah, and for a map of this scope, you know, I am pretty surprised with how quickly you can get into the action if you spawn correctly. I mean, obviously, if you know your entire team has A and B, and then you decide to spawn at the U.S. spawn, then yeah, you're going to be going for a while, probably driving. But you know, the cool part is you do get into the action fairly quick. And I do think that a lot of players are going to be appreciating that when this game finally does get out there into the wild, because now it's like, okay, you have options. Look at this here, this helicopter. Not able to survive. He ends up getting, he actually falls out. And
well, so again, pre-alpha, but he was outside the boundaries. Those two players are not going to last that long. They just finally passed on.
And look at this here. You can actually see a tomahawk going down on E. This could have the potential to take out a lot of people.
Is it going to make it in time? Doesn't look like so.
No, it does not. That could have been devastating, especially if it was timed properly.
You know, the proper use, if I was a commander, I'd sit there and first I would go in with a UAV scan and check to see where they're at, if they're starting to make an effort at a flag. Then of course right after that, if they haven't neutralized that flag yet, then I would throw in my tomahawk. But if they've already neutralized the flag and it's already coming back around, I would not waste my tomahawk because they're probably not going to be there for that long. Yeah,
and then, you know, when you end up losing it, you have that 15-second cooldown, too, that can really make or break the action that goes on as well.
Just a note, though, for those that that is not a designated time. That's what it's at right now, is a 15-second, or it takes 15 seconds to get out there. That does not mean that that's how long it's going to take. All the cooldowns are still being balanced out, but they will have a designated, very fair cooldown for each one of those types of commander weaponry.
Yeah, well, you know, again, this game is constantly being tweaked. DICE is looking at it all the time and saying, how can we improve it? And that is what this event's for. They're gathering feedback from the people who are playing. They're gathering feedback from people like us and the viewers at home, you guys who are joining us here today. So we are going to be right back with some more Battlefield 4 in just a little bit, as the players are going to begin closing out their game, and they're going to fold out. We're going to bring in some new players, and we're going to, you know, commentate some more Battlefield. Right, Corey?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do it again. We'll see after the break right here from the Battlefield 4 live stream. Of course, if you haven't done it yet, pre-order your copy of Battlefield 4 on Amazon.com. Special thanks to Twitch.tv for making a lot of this possible to stream out there. I mean, the fact that the chat has probably been blowing up for the past 3 days on all your different comments, questions, and concerns. You know, special thanks to all of those who gaming peripherals, whether that's your Astro A40s that these gamers are taking advantage of, whether that's the Razer mouse and keyboard, and also the AMD processors that they're using as well. So stick around. There's a lot. Actually, we're starting to do a lot. We've got some things. We've covered a lot, but stick around. We'll be back after the break.